Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Just Annie. Happy New Year! How are you guys doing? I hope you had a wonderful new year. Now, today is just more like a talking video. I hope you don't get bored. I just really wanted to share some tips which I use to keep myself happy and some things that you can use to make your new year a bit more better, maybe. Okay, so I'll just tell you this. Now we all watch videos of self-help. I don't know, not all, maybe many people. So I do watch them at times to improve myself, and not every trick works for every person. So I just wanted to share some tricks that I have tried, tested, and they have really actually worked for me, and I just wanted to share them. And none of these have been developed by me. And so yeah, so that's the thing. So firstly, to make yourself happy, there is no trick to it. Obviously you have to practice being happy, which to me was very confusing at first. How can you practice to be happy? Now, the practice to be happy is when something bad happens, we just let it override anything small happy that happens later on. That is what we need to not do. Like, if you had a bad morning, we just think that the rest of the day is going to go bad. So we need to stop that. You have to actively tell your mind to stop it. When I'm feeling sad, I usually actively acknowledge it and I tell my brain that okay, you need to stop feeling sad. Now, one of the ways I do it, which is called be thankful for whatever you have. That is in a way that I always tell myself that no matter what you're going through, there are people who have gone through worse and are going through worse and are surviving, and not only are they surviving, they are winning, they are like fighting. And so you really don't have a reason to be here and all be sad and feeling bad for yourself and feeling sorry about yourself. So that is what I know. In no way that does that diminish my pain or anybody's pain because someone else is in a greater pain. But you know what? It's a good way of motivating yourself, telling yourself that you are in a privileged position. Second of all, take time for yourself. Not a lot of time. 10 minutes can be enough for you, and sometimes even a day isn't enough. Take time for yourself. Just sit without any distraction and think about yourself in a way that makes you feel good. Be kind to yourself, and it is one of the most difficult things to do to ourselves. Especially, this is what I have found, because you always want to blame yourself for things that aren't going right. And you think just because you're not doing something great doesn't mean that you're failing. And so in these times, you have to really be kind to yourself. Now, in order to get more done in your new year, these are few things that I'm usually very lazy in my normal routine, but then there are also periods of time, like I have one lazy week, then I followed by productive month, and so like that. You know what I do when I want to have a very productive month or a very productive future time is I regulate my sleep cycle. And the way I do that is I usually make it like a 5-hour sleep at night and then a small nap. I don't know how that works well for everybody. Everybody needs different sleep cycles. So for me, what I used to do is wake up at 5 in the morning, and I know it sounds so horrible, and it can be. I really have like the worst alarms. I have that app on my phone which is called I Can't Wake Up Alarm, where the alarm comes up and then in order to make it stop, you have to solve math problems and do puzzles. So you can use that. So the thing I do is wake up 5 in the morning, make myself a cup of ginger tea. Now if you don't know how to make it, Google it. This was a lifesaver. It really helps you. It gives you energy, it gives you a lot of antioxidants, and it really makes you feel nice. It doesn't taste very good in the beginning, but you will get used to it. So do Google this, how to make a ginger tea. I used to just be groggy and I just make a cup of ginger tea and watch something motivational. Either it is something about self-help. At one point I used to watch MIT classes, and I really enjoyed watching their maths lectures. Something that would make me feel motivated to do more. Something, just have your tea and just don't have milk tea. I don't think that is very good for your health early in the morning. I don't know. Might work for some, does not work for me. And not coffee. Coffee makes you too jittery. Coffee is for like midday kind of situation. So have the ginger tea, watch that video. Do not spend more than 30 minutes in that. And don't just be like lazily just watching video, because that is not how it works. You gotta do it. You just gotta get up from the sleep mindset. And then the important thing is, I personally do yoga, and I don't know, you might go to the gym, you might do your own thing, but 20 minutes of yoga really gives you the energy. It makes you feel like you've done something, and it's really nice. I do suggest to most of the people to do that, and it's not very hard. You can just watch a YouTube video or take some yoga classes, something like that. And after that, what you have to do, and it's gonna sound very, very harsh, that is to take a very cold shower. And no jokes, no hot water. You cannot use warm water even if it's cold, unless you're gonna get pneumonia. Yeah, then do use hot water. You have to take a cold shower. Now this is a trick I learned. It's because you just put the cold water on yourself, and it immediately gives your body an adrenaline rush, and that helps 100%. When I need to get work done, I 100% use this, and it does help a lot. So try that once. Might work for you, might not, but it 100% works for me, so recommend it. Gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy, and it does not get easier with time, trust me on this. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. And after that, I personally do meditation for 10 minutes. Now, I know meditation can be really, you can download apps, but one of the tricks that my mom taught me, and meditation does not necessarily mean you have to just like totally be like have no thoughts in your brain, because that is a very high level of meditation and is very difficult to accomplish. In just to relax and to just gather your mind, a very easy way of meditation is to just close your eyes, relax your body, and think of some situation that makes you comfortable. For me, that situation is, I imagine myself sitting on a cliff and just watching the sky in a hill station and just imagining the birds chirping. It's like something very nature and like surrounded by green. That makes me feel very calm. So think about something that makes you feel very calm. Gather your thoughts. This is like recharging yourself for a day of work ahead. So this really helps. Now this is my morning routine when I need to have a very productive day ahead. Be it physically needing or emotionally needing, where I have to do a lot of writing and thinking or studying, or if I have to go to the college and then some tuitions, not tuitions, I don't have tuitions anymore. Yeah, I have to do some work, this, that, a lot of things. So this is the morning routine that I found out works best for me, and something that I 100% will tell other people to try, because not every method works for people, and these are easy to follow, and most of the times they do work. I did suggest some of these to my parents, and for the first time they told me it works, and they have actually adopted those routines into, it's usually me adopting routines from them. So that was that. Now, nighttime routine. No, it's not a fully nighttime routine. It's more like something. I read it in the book called The Secret, I think. Yeah. So this book was a bit about. I don't follow everything in the book. But this one thing that I really liked about it. And I don't think it's necessarily any magic or anything. It's more about feeling good and positive vibes. Is you take a small stone, okay? I have a small blue stone, and it can be any stone. You can just pick any stone from the street, literally. I use one of those pebbles that you can put in the plants, you put to decorate around your plants. So I have one of those pebbles. So you take them at the end before going to bed. You hold the stone in your hand and you say at least 3 things that happened throughout the day that you're thankful for. It might, and the person is like, I'm not thankful for anything. I'm not. The day was horrible. But then you know what, you just have to say things like, I got to eat food, I have a roof over my head, I get a comfortable bed to sleep, I got to breathe fresh air, I am safe. No matter what, just say 3 things you're grateful for. And you do that, and then you keep it, and then you do your thing and go to sleep. Now what you do in that is, according to the book is that you're accumulating positive energy. I don't know how much that is true. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not spiritual or non-spiritual. I have a whole different thing going on. But the thing with me is, I don't know how spiritually valid that is, but I do think thinking of this and having that stone, every time you look at it, you're gonna see things. It's gonna you see and you'll think that, okay, I have things to be grateful for. And we all have things to be grateful for, no matter how worse the situations are. So that stone is like a real motivational thing to just see and just feel good. So that is something I recommend you give it a try. It might seem bogus, but it worked for me. And I have tried a lot of things, not everything stuck with me. This stuck with me. Now, and one of the other things that you can do is what I do. If you come to my room, you will see the front of my desk is filled with notes, just filled with sticky notes. And these are not notes of things I need to do. These are more like things, like some quotes that tell me, not necessarily like cliche quotes, something I might have encountered in a movie or I might have just thought of. I just write them and just stick them, and whenever I'm feeling demotivated, I just look at them and it's like, okay, I gotta work. And also these notes are what I sleep, and like very close to my bed, near my head, where I keep my head while sleeping, I have a sticky note that says, wake up bitch. It's like the first thing when I open my eyes and you're just in the headspace where like, is it even worth it, should I get up, I want to sleep more, is when I see that note and I'm like, no, I gotta get up. So that is one thing you can do. You can just put up sticky notes to motivate yourself. They don't have to be boring. I have doodles on some of them to wake up, to do this. And so these are the few things that I use. Now also one more thing, when I wake up in the morning, I am groggy and I don't know what to do. All I want is, I want to go back to bed. But so for that, what I do is, I however plan beforehand what I will do once I get up in the morning. Be it making tea, be it watching a class or watching a video. I just write them down. From this time to this time you'll be doing yoga. Until that meditation part where I'm fully awake, till that part, in order to just, so that I don't have to think immediately after getting up, I will just see that and I'll just do those things. That is one thing you can do. So these are a few tips. I don't know, I am not qualified to give tips per se. This is just, I wanted to share things that has worked for me. I don't know if it will work for you, but I think it's worth a shot if you're looking to make your life more productive in some things. Also, now this is something that was suggested to me by my friend Shivani. If you're watching this, I'm talking about you. And that is listening to ebooks, and she suggested some apps. If you want, you can just have that PDF to voice reader, and whatever books you want, you can just have those ebooks and you can listen to them while traveling or you're doing other work in which you don't need to think, so you can just listen to those books. And that is something very great way to gain knowledge without having to open a book and sit down. I do, however, prefer sitting down reading a book, but sometimes while you're in a bus and you're just crammed up, you don't have the luxury of opening the book and all, or you're exercising or something, so that's a very good time to listen to ebooks. And I wasn't really into it because Audible is a website for that and you have to pay for that, and I am broke. So she told me about the apps, and that's when I started, and it has been working great for me. I did finish some books which I wasn't able to fully read, especially the books with a lot of facts. Sometimes I get bored of them, but the ebooks really help you with that. And so listening to ebooks is something. Let me think, is there anything else I want to talk to you guys about? I mean, there are so many things in life, but yeah, that is all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna drag this, and I hope you can use, maybe at least try some of these tips and tricks, and hopefully it might help you out. And that's it. Have a wonderful new year, and if you like this video, do give it a like, share, subscribe, and if you like my pretty face, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you have more suggestions on what I should talk about, you can leave it in the comment section. Also, you can mail me. All of this would be given below in the description box. Okay, bye.